Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm not in Halkidiki. I'm back to the studio, but don't worry, guys. This is only for this video, and probably I would. Oh yeah, my tomorrow my live stream for the qualifying round of the North American GP, and probably Friday's video, and then weekend. Yeah, back to the kitchen TV. So, yeah, it's a new week. It's a new GP. It's the North American Showdown GP, as Hutch wants to call it. And yeah, we have seen, we have taken a preview of the GP on our rewards and pre GP analysis. Let's go and take a more detailed look first in this video for the qualifying round. Okay. First of all, let's say that again we have Mario Andretti and Gilles Villeneuve as the two boosted drivers, and then Beat, Synergy, and Flow 1K, the three car parts that are boosted, not with 10% but with 20%. Be careful with that. It's 20%, a 20% boost for all 5 assets. And yeah, it's important because these assets are going to be needed in the GP. And why they are going to be needed? Let's go and see. First of all, we see the tracks that we are racing for the qualifying round. It's twice in Austin. First one is a dry race, and the second one is a wet race. Las Vegas and Mexico City. And if I'm not mistaken, Mexico City is the first time this season that we have this track in any of our GPs. Okay, now let's go and see why the 5 assets are so important this week. You can see that of course the legendary drivers are available. We have 2 of them as boosted assets. Okay, and let's go to the sponsor tasks, and you can see we are back to the race points bonus. At least it's not use all of them. At least is use at least one of these assets, and this is okay. We can manage something like that. And basically we can see in champions that you can use Flow 1K if you don't have legendary drivers. The issue is always the legendary drivers, because in order to have them in a very good level, money is needed. And yeah, this is I have said it every time that we have legendary drivers race point bonus in our sponsor tasks, that I hate when Hutch is doing this. At least now in champion you can have the option to use Flow and get the extra 6 points. Now in contender this is not the case. In contenders tire, if you don't have the legendary drivers in a good level, just don't try it. Without the extra 5 points for every race, it is just impossible to get a good result. So yeah, as a good friend of mine said, Hutch destroyed the contender tire for this week. Of course, if you have one of these drivers in a good level, yeah, you can race here, else it's champion, or we go back, we go lower in challenger. Yep, here we are in challenger, where as you can see, it's either Mario Andretti, Beat or Synergy. We need to use at least one, so we will find which one to use and get the extra 4 points. And the same goes in junior, and in junior it's even more easier because there are no legendary drivers in the sponsor task. It's only common Stroll or Beat, so you can use one of these two and get the extra 3 points. Let's not forget that Eagle is the boost of the GP, and Eagle is one of the best, one of the top boosts of the game. So yeah, the more we can get, the better. And yeah, that's it with the sponsor tasks. Yeah, as I said, in contenders tire, yeah, it's, if you weren't lucky with some free crates to have Andretti or Gilles Villeneuve, then yeah, try something different, challenger, junior, champion, but you can't go without them. Okay, so let's go to the races, and we only have 3 tracks to discuss about because in Austin we are going to race twice. And we will start with Austin. So here we have a 6-lap race, tire management and cornering, the track stats of Austin. DRS is a must use here. Downforce, Movember, self-control, Nazar, Char and tire water, the boosts that include both track stats. If you ask me, Char is the one, if you have them, Char is the one to go, or Nazar, but depending how many boosts you have. But of course, Downforce and Movember will do the trick, and I'm talking about premium or at least a very good boosts. Then yeah, we have to go down to the freebies. Self-control and tire water could be our last choices. Not bad, but not the best. Okay, so one pit strategy, it's 6 laps, and by using Char, probably we can go with softer compounds, maybe medium hard, medium. If you are in a low tire management, with low tire management drivers, but with medium tire management drivers, not high, medium, 50 plus, 3 soft, easily done, especially with if you use Char or Movember. If you boost a little bit your tire management, easily 3 soft, and that's it. You can see here that I say for medium to soft, it's a slower strategy than, of course it's a slower strategy than 3 soft, because we are using for 4 laps a slower compound, mediums, but this is only, we can only choose this strategy for 2 medium softs if we cannot avoid stacking in the pits, in our pit stop for our 2 drivers. Now, because in Austin we will be racing twice for qualifying round, one dry and one wet race. For the wet race, no choices, 3-3. And here, going for 2, one driver 3-3 and the other one 4-2, if your driver can do 4 laps with wets. It's they don't have a difference, so we can avoid pit stacking, and both strategies are equally fast because it's wets for both strategies. So and it's only one pit stop for both strategies. So if you want to avoid here, don't hesitate, don't be afraid. It's not slower in the wets, for the wets, to do a 4-2. So Las Vegas, another 6-lap track and another one pit strategy. Overtaking and speed, the track stats for this for Las Vegas. Of course, again here DRS is a 4 in effectiveness, and as we said last week, choose your tire management, choose your boost, and this goes to all the selections we do, to all tracks. It's not only for Las Vegas, but I'm saying it again and again. We choose our boosts, of course, first criteria, the most important thing that we that makes us choose a boost is the track stats. Okay, so we get this list for Las Vegas with, thank God, a lot of boosts, and okay, we have some of them available. Great. And now we think about the race we're going to have. With the drivers we have and with the car setup we have, where do we start in the grid? Do we start far behind? If we start far back in the grid, then we need a race start boost, especially if our drivers don't have very good race start. But even if they have a good race start, if we start P15, yeah, it's Firework and Street Shark. It's a no-brainer to go for a race start. But if we have drivers with very good race start and we start in the top 10 or around there, maybe P11, P12, then maybe we can start thinking of other boosts like Unstoppable or Skull or Hex. Of course, Eternal Flame is one of the best boosts we can use, and so whenever we choose our boosts, we have to think track stats, our setup, where do we start. Maybe our setup is lacking, let's say, overtaking and not speed, so we should choose a boost that gives us more overtaking and less speed, because the car setup is great in speed, but our driver is not so good in overtaking, so we have to boost his overtaking. So when choosing a boost, a lot of things have to be acknowledged, so we can make our decision. It's not, oh yeah, here Firework. No, it's not, because many of you ask which is the best boost for Las Vegas. Well, it's a different boost for each and every one of you. Okay, it's always a different boost, because boosts are track, stats, drivers, car setup. We have to see all aspects of our race and then decide about it. Okay, so Las Vegas, the same, and here it's a one pit strategy. If you can go with mediums, of course it's better, but if you can't, for me it's better to go 3 hards than go 2 all softs. Okay, the pit lane in Las Vegas is terrible. We lose so much time that it's better to avoid an extra pit stop, even if this means that we will use hards. Okay, so another thing you have to have in mind when you choose your strategy. If the pit lane is fast in a track, if the pit stop doesn't take a lot of time, and I'm not talking about the pit stop the time because of our setup, we are talking about how much time we lose during entering and exiting the pit lane. So there are tracks that the pit lane is fast, there are tracks that the pit lane is slow. In the first in the first track we could easily choose 2 pit stops, more pit stops. In the slow pit lanes we try to avoid multiple pit stops, even if we need to go with harder compounds. Okay, well, all that wasn't for Las Vegas only. It's for all our tracks and the decisions we get about boosts, about strategies, about compounds, about everything. Okay. Mexico. If I'm not mistaken, first time in Mexico for this season in a GP. 9 laps, race start, power unit, and most of us can go with softs. Oh, it's a okay. This is a mistake. It's not 332. It's 333. Yeah, I will I will correct it for the next video or in Friday. It's 333. You can see it next to it for driver 2. And now, if it's very marginal to do 3 all stints with softs, then because it's around if you use frost, even with lower tire management, we can go for 3 laps with softs, even for the last stint. But if we are going to use Rooster or Surf or Gladiator, Instinct, Champion, I'm not so sure, but if we are not going to boost our tire management, then 3 soft, 3 medium. As I say, we have always we got to always have tires at the end of the race, even if it's 1%, but we got to have tires, because without tire management, if we get to 0 before the end of the race, believe me, we are going to regret it. Unless the strategy of using, let's say, softs gives us such a big advantage that we will have such a big gap from our opponents that we don't care if we finish the race without tires. Else, we are losing a lot of positions, so be careful about it. Check your driver stats and their abilities of doing stints with softs. If they cannot, you can always start with softs the first stint, help your race start because you have softs, and then depending on how the first stint went, when the tires were heated zero, then you decide, shall I go all stints with softs, or maybe I'm now switching to mediums, or go second stint softs and then only the third one with mediums. So be careful while racing, and you can decide on the fly what your strategy, what your choices in compounds are going to be. Again here, as you can see, DRS is a 4. Yeah, we have the big straight in front of the pit lane, which is great for using the DRS. And that's it. Oh yeah, that's it. So that's the 3 tracks that we are going to race for the qualifying round. Be careful with the sponsor tasks. Don't forget that we need to use at least one of the assets. Which assets? Depending on the tire you will choose. And yeah, be careful because we need that extra points if we want to succeed. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you've learned a few things from this video. It was helpful and it will help you get better results. If so, subscribe to the channel. More videos like this will come. Of course, we have our live streams. Don't forget to smash the like button and come back for the next video or live stream. Thank you so much. I wish you great races in this North American Showdown GP. See you in my next live stream. Goodbye, everybody.